Happy Membership Monday. It is July 20th, 2026, and we have Pinewood Derby cars for free back this fall. And last year, if you were one of the packs that participated, you were able to set up a recruiting plan and then get some free Pinewood Derby cars for your entire pack. So let's talk about how you can do that this year. So first up, the first requirement to do that to earn free Pinewood Derby cars is to attend a summer council-wide Cub Leader meeting on Zoom. And hopefully you attended either the June or July one, but if you have not made it yet, please attend the one coming up on August 19th. We're talking about all the fun recruiting stuff that you have to plan for, the nuts and bolts of the process, really, school access, getting crossing the T's and dotting the I's, and also review everything that we've already talked about in June and July. So definitely check that out on August 19th. You can get that information online. Number two is develop your PAX recruiting plan with a GHP staff member. So, one of these things that we like to do is to develop individual recruiting plans for all of our Cub Scout packs. And how we do that is we have a meeting with one of the staff members here, and it takes about 30 minutes to maybe an hour just to kind of go over, what's working for you, what new leadership do you need coming this fall, all those things that we want to talk with you and also work out a plan that works for you, because not everyone can do everything in the same dates. Every community is a little different, and we want to support you the best way we can. Number three, complete two of the following actions. So either distribute flyers to your schools, so that's the paper flyers, or submit flyers to the school's e-flyer system, because some schools do not allow paper flyers to go home. And then also submit a geofence request to the Greater Hudson Valley Council. So what is a geofence request? That's online advertising for Facebook and Instagram that we do. So you can submit your request that way and also get your flyers either printed or digitized that we can send out to all your families in your school. Also, last year was a new thing we did was a custom-made black and white flyer. So we're changing it a little bit this time. Still keeping the black and white flyers. The reason why we do that is to help cut down on costs. So we are able to pay for all the other recruiting supplies that we offer. Also able to give out the free Pinewood Derby cars. So we have different grade levels that we offer. So, some of the kindergartners, maybe they would like this Lion Scout on the flyer. Or if you're a little older, we have another flyer that's really good for grades 1 through 5. So it really depends on your audience, and we can customize pretty much anything that you want. And each flyer will have a QR code on it that you can send units to your personalized PAX bscout.org recruiting page, or maybe a Facebook page. If you have a unit website, whatever you want, we can do for you. Number four, choose any four of the following. So you want to meet with your principal or superintendent. Talk about what activities you have that they have that you can help participate in. Maybe it is, just establishing a relationship and just getting asking the school what can your Cub Scout pack do for them, and really start the conversation to make sure that your schools know that we have boys and girls in scouting, and that, because some people might not know that. Meet with your local children's librarian. Every library loves to have activities for kids. So talk to them about what you can do together. Host a recruiting table at your back to school night. A lot of schools have back to school nights where they let outside groups come in, set up a table, hand out flyers. A really great way to get face to face with all the families in your school. Submit an article to your local newspaper. You have a service project coming up. Maybe you had a great camp out. Local newspaper can publish those things. Create or update your public Facebook page. We have people that can help you create a Facebook page, right? This is not a private group, but a page that you can post pictures and post your recruiting events online. And just when new families, especially these millennial families, they like to Google where scouting is in their neighborhood. And if they see that you're an active pack online that posts pictures and information, you're way more likely to attract new families that way. Hold a pop-up event at a playground. You never know what you can get at a playground. There's lots of families, and you can create a play date. Maybe that's one of your summertime activities, where you do a play date in the summer, and then you can bring your families on board. Participate in the National Night Out. This year it's August 4th. Every community is a little different. Maybe you have one near you. That's something that police departments run across the country. Really fun way to get people in your community out and about, and you can hand out some flyers or some peer-to-peer cards, anything that we can give you. Hand out peer-to-peer cards. There you go. This is really great for kids to hand to each other, but also really works very well for parents handing them out peer-to-peer wise. And then host a recruiting event at a private school. A lot of emphasis, a lot of focus is on public schools, but do you know of a private school in your community? Maybe we can reach families that way too. Number 5, update your beascout.org pin. Your beascout.org pin, right, is the first impression a lot of families get. They'll Google Cub Scouts in my neighborhood. It'll take you to beascout.org. It prompts them to enter their zip code. It's really important that you have all your updated information in there so they can reach out to the pack. And it's also very important that you actually respond to the leads. Definitely want to do that. Approve any new youth applications that come in. The number 6, hold your recruiting event. So we're asking packs to hold their recruiting event by September 19th. This is a standalone meeting. So it's not your first pack meeting. This is just a meeting just to welcome families into your new pack, because it can be an overwhelming experience for new families if they're coming back and it's the first meeting that all your other families are back. Maybe you're handing out awards from the summer. It can be very, very overwhelming. And you want all the focus on the new families, so they have time to spend talking with their den leaders. Maybe you're trying to recruit new leaders out of the new crop of families. And you have a recruiting event first, gets people excited, and then get them to come back the next week, which is number 7, hold your first pack meeting within 1 week of your recruiting event. So the main thing is that you're trying to get them to come back a week later, right? You don't want to have them come to the pack meeting and say, okay, come back to the October meeting. You want to come back the next week. Maybe they're going to sign up the week after. They get them in a routine of adding Cub Scouting into their lives. Number 8, submit all youth applications by October 4th. October 4th is the deadline for us to mail out free Thunderbird Games tickets. So it is the largest Cub Scouting event in the Northeast. We want our new families there, because if we get them there, if we get new Cub Scout families to an outdoor Cub Scouting event that really showcases what Cub Scouting is, it does wonders for our retention. It is a fact that any new families that attend a Cub Scouting event outside, if it's camping or something like the Thunderbird Games, the retention rates are way higher. So you definitely want to get them there. Okay, so those are steps or requirements 1 through 8 to get your free Pinewood Derby cars. Now let's talk about recruiting resources and what we have available. So first thing, right, that we have is the flyers. So these are the front page of the flyers that we offer. And if you want to change anything, we can do pretty much whatever we need to do that works for you. Customize everything down here on what is said for your pack. We can write anything you like. If you want a different graphic over here for the Cubs, for the Lion Scouts, we can do that too. It's a conversation that you have with your field manager, and we can make anything happen. So this is the front page examples, and then here are some back page examples. So this is some easy, fun stuff that we would put on a kindergarten flyer. The Can You Find game, an easy maze, drawing your adventure, and then this is maybe good for first, second, and third graders. Over here, it's a word find, and then over here you have a crossword puzzle, and also a pretty difficult maze that folks can do. Trying to get their Pinewood Derby car from start to finish. So definitely, those are some options that we can do for you. Okay, now let's talk about some of the recruiting supplies that we have. So you're going to go to the council webpage, and I'm going to start showing you guys where to go from here. So when you click ghvscouting.org, right, it takes you home. Here's some information about the Thunderbird games coming up. And then recruiting resources. So if you don't see this page, you can also go to member recruitment and click recruiting resources. So this is the landing page. And This is where all the information is that you can find about what available resources we have, what's new this year, some of the returning favorites, and then plan ahead. We want people to submit everything within 2 weeks advance because we have about 100 Cub Scout packs, which we need to get everyone done at this as fast as possible in a timely manner. And also we want to have time to get the flyers out. Maybe we have to mail them to you or we have to deliver them. Or also with the online advertising, you need some time to get folks to see it on Facebook and Instagram and all that good stuff. So when you want to when you want to request recruiting supplies, you click this button here, and it takes you to a Google Doc. So it's going to ask here is submit who's the person submitting the form, and then it's going to ask the phone number. You're going to pick what district you're in, your pack or troop number, your community, and then it's going to ask what is your recruiting goal? How many scouts do you want to recruit this year? Okay, and then what's going to do is takes you to the next page, which is flyer ordering. So you're going to answer this question first. Are you requesting custom flyers? Yes or no. If it is a no, you can scroll all the way to the bottom and hit the next page, which will take you to the online advertising. But let's say yes, I want to do that. So which grade specific flyers do you want us to create? Maybe I want kindergarten, first and second grade. And these are the examples that I can choose from. Do I need bilingual flyers? I am interested, but maybe I need some more information. We have folks that can help you talk about that. When do you need your flyers in hand by? Let's say I need it on September 9th, and then my recruiting event is Thursday, and then the recruiting event itself maybe is the 24th. This gives me time to pass out flyers at the schools and all the other things like that. And then the time of the event, that's at 6:30 p.m. And then my meeting location, you fill out all that stuff. And then the title of the person to contact, maybe it's Cub Master, Committee Chair, New Member Coordinator, name of person family should contact. And then you have to add here, your email or phone number for the families to contact you. I suggest email, that's simple. And then also you can write your own custom message. What are you trying to promote? You want to emphasize that it's a year-round program. And you can be, you can be pretty creative with it, or you can have us help you write something. Some schools require a disclaimer when you're putting out a paper flyer, so you click yes or no. If yes, please copy and paste it here. Please list all the school districts that you recruit from. List all the elementary schools receiving flyers. Please write how many flyers per school. And then total number of flyers requested. This is all the extra flyers that you may want and all the other flyers. So you might need 2,000 flyers. 1,500 of them are going to elementary schools, and you want another 500 for handing out at back to school nights or other recruiting events. All flyers will have a QR code. If you'd like to have your own, you click this and then you copy and paste the web address there. Okay, so online advertising. So are you requesting online advertising? Yes or no? You can tell us to use the flyer information that you just did for your online ads. So you don't have to fill it out all over again. But if not, it's something different, or if you're just wanting a new online advertising request, you can just fill this out here. Okay, so it asks the same questions. I consent to the contact information being published online. And then if you have photos to promote, please email me at john.whitaker@scouting.org. Okay, recruiting materials. Are you recruiting materials? Yes or no? And then you can add, submit here what kind of recruiting materials you want to have. So what we have this year, peer-to-peer recruiting cards, perfect for parents and kids. BeAScout.org spinning helicopters, a huge favorite last year. They're coming back this year. 11 by 17 Cub Scout posters, maybe good for posting up in your church bulletin, your church bulletin board, and maybe like a a gas station or anywhere you want. You post those posters. We have these new custom-made scouting activity booklet that kind of works as like a peer-to-peer card, but there's activity stuff inside. That's new this year. Yard signs, definitely want to have them up in high traffic locations. Don't leave them in the same spot for too long because you don't want them to become part of the scenery. Stickers, everyone loves stickers, and then bilingual options. We can work with you on what bilingual options you would like. And then please let us know if you have recruiting materials that you think would be helpful for your community. And then you click submit, and then that is it to request recruiting supplies. All right, so and then if you check out more stuff here on the recruiting webpage, more details on how to get free Power Derby cars, and then more recruiting supplies as well. Okay. So what else should you be doing during the summer months? Hopefully you are starting your pack calendar planning. Hopefully you have it done. But you definitely want to be prepared for folks to know all the information that you have, because there's nothing better than when a new family walks in and you hand them a calendar with the dates and plans and the cost of scouting all in one, so they know and they have a clear picture of what to expect. Attend the August membership meeting. Hope you come, and then set your recruiting dates, secure your locations, coordinate with the schools, and order flyers and promote online. So anything we can do to help, please let us know. Reach out to your field manager, reach out to me anytime. Again, thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great recruiting season. Thanks.